but the weather's changing and it's going to be really, really cold, and then it's going to get in with snow, and then it's going to get really, really, really cold the week after that. So we're getting John, and that was a gentleman who got like assaulted and thrown out of his house. This is his new home, tiny home. It's got 2 sheds. There's one with the bathroom, and we're going to get both of those out to him today. The house is not done, so we'll work on it over there. Ian will finish it up over there. But the bathroom shed has bunk beds in it still. We haven't taken them out. We're going to take them out in order to put a washer and dryer and a fridge in there, but they're still in right now, and it's got a hot water heater, and it has a good heating system in the bathroom shed. We don't have the mini split in the house yet, but it'll give him a warm place to stay. So he will sleep in the bathroom shed, which I'll show you guys in a minute, and have a hot shower. Like, he hasn't had a place to shower in what week going on, like 5 weeks. So that is going to be great. So we're about to load up the bathroom shed, bring in the house over. We'll finish the house there, get him secure in this other shed that has heat before this storm comes. The storm is coming. We're going to have snow tonight. The temperatures are dropping. It was warm today, and it is not warm anymore, and it's going to drop really quickly. And then we're also going to have extremely cold weather after this week. So we're going to have cold, and then we're going to have extremely cold. So what they're doing is they're going to put both trailers on the truck, and we're going to take them over. And we've got, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I was thinking about something else. We've got some friends in town that are coming too, just to look around. And the crazy thing, FEMA, there's hotel vouchers. I just heard about 5,000 just ran out. And this weather is turning insanely cold. Sorry, I can't stay focused. They're like going out in the middle of the road here. So 5,000 people losing their hotel vouchers. Like today or yesterday, it was one of these days. And the temps are going to drop into the low 30s and 20s over the next few days. And then they're going to drop into the low 20s, which is really cold for us in our area. Let me flip this around, show you guys. It's so super windy. So things we're working on right now, finishing this house. We got to get the furniture in and all the finishes in the kitchen and the HVAC system, which my oldest son is in HVAC now, and so he'll be a part of that. We're putting a shed out in Burnsville for a mom. She has a handicapped daughter in her 30s. They are rebuilding their home, but they have nowhere to stay right now. They've been staying at a church in the basement, and then now they're just kind of hopping around. So we'll work on that probably towards the weekend, and then we're still trying to figure out land where to put the house of the family of 6, but we're going to get that started soon, hopefully. Yeah, we're in North Carolina delivering tiny homes to flood victims. Actually, this one is not a flood victim. This was a situation where a gentleman who has a brain injury was kicked out of his house very violently, and we got him a new house. And And we got in this situation because here at the general store, they just came by. What will happen is a lot of people will come to look for sheds, which is how I found the other situation, because Christina, who works here, knew this woman was kind of poking around. So people will come here kind of looking for something to see, and they won't be able to afford anything, and they'll kind of come back and forth, and then eventually you hear their story, and then we come up with a solution. And you know, they don't realize that there are options to get help. That amazes me too. It seems like there's so many options as far as trailers and people doing sheds, but then I meet people all the time that really that are in need and didn't even know that there's ministries out there offering solutions. And I guess, you know, if you're kind of not plugged in, and I don't know, we're in it, so it seems like it's very obvious, but then there's all sorts of victims out there who just don't know what their options are. So how do you get in contact with those people? They usually find us here because it's a distribution center, and they'll come getting stuff, and then we talk to them and you find things out. It just amazes me though that there's still, sorry, I'm watching this, I'm gonna flip this around. There's still people in need out there that just don't, like all these 5,000 people getting removed from their hotels. Where are they gonna go? I have no idea. So the second shed there is the bathroom. Hello. I didn't think they could fit two on there. We're live on Facebook. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Remind us who you are for my...
Debbie Baker, and this is Bruce, my husband.
You guys met Debbie on a live, what, about a week ago? Yeah. She's Ann Ponder's sister. Yes. So, yeah. I'm glad you guys are here. It's fun.
Yeah, we didn't know we was going to get the pleasure of going to shed.
I
come to work, and he wanted to meet everybody.
Okay, so you were working the distribution then?
Just trying
Anywhere.
to say I talked all this stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, trying to keep it.
Yeah. She saves all of the clothes. She saved 40 coats that were wet and getting moldy because they're just outside. We don't have a lot of storage anywhere, really. Yeah, and the wind blows the tarps off, and it's rained, and now we have snow coming tonight. And now we get to deliver a shed. I haven't met John yet.
Okay. And this is the guy from Texas.
This is the gentleman that slept in the chicken coop.
Well, I don't know
that
about
was.
That. Did he come with his tubes, his carpenter?
No.
Somebody else. Okay.
He was in his grandmother's home. If you guys don't know the story, I'll tell it right now. He was in his home he was raised in, and he had a brain injury, had brain cancer. And I guess they didn't even have a mailbox. He doesn't read, and they evicted him. They sold it under the house for taxes.
Yeah. I know. And keep on.
Yeah. And so they took the house. Someone bought it at a tax auction. They now want to sell it back because it's useless. They evicted him, but not politely. They basically threw him out and threw out everything he owned right in front of him, didn't allow him to take anything, and he slept in a chicken coop wrapped in insulation to stay warm. It actually snowed the night they kicked him out. It was so cold. So the neighbors found him, helped him. Supposedly a really nice guy, and you know, now he owned a lot behind where the house was, and they were able to go get that out of a tax lien and keep it. So that's where these sheds are going. And come to find out, that lot had the septic and water and everything on it. In the house, they gutted it, ripped everything out, so it's not livable anymore. But that house happens to sit on a weird part of the property where it runs through the neighbor's lot. And so it's a useless piece of property. And so now they want to sell it back. They're trying to get it back for a very low price. So that's what's happening. And really just so he doesn't have to deal with those people. Okay, let me flip this around. Look at that. It amazes me. I never knew you could put that many sheds on that much shed weight on a truck. Doesn't look like you can. All right. A revival in Western North Carolina. That's awesome, Roger. I think as the world gets crazy over the next 5 years, a lot of stuff. I was watching some stuff today about AI and how it's changed quantum computing computers and the technology that's advanced over the last year. We haven't seen it yet in our, like, what do you call it, like mainstream, but it's about to be. I think that's going to cause a revival because, you know, think about the scripture, lying signs and wonders. We're about to see some crazy stuff, and it's just the beginning with AI and all the things. It's kind of creepy, actually. So yeah, we're getting John's houses to him. We're going to get him secured. It's 218 here. I've actually got my children invited all their friends over for New Year's Eve. So I'm hoping to get back by about 4:35 because I invited the parents over too because they're going to have fun. Well, I can't wait. This was just sort of a last minute thing. I thought we were taking the bathroom shed to get him warm, but we're bringing both. And just Ian is doing all the foundation work over there, which has been really, really helpful. And what's going to happen is we're going to cut a hole in this building right here, a doorway. And then we're going to cut a hole, an opening doorway in this building, and we're going to connect him with a catwalk. They'll be sealed together so that he has the main house, has the bedroom, kitchen, and living room. And then this smaller building is a full functioning shower, water heater, sink, toilet. And it will also have a washer and dryer and a refrigerator in this building. And that keeps some of those big bulky things out of the tiny house. The tiny house is a great space. Plenty of room. It's really nice in there. And they look so cute. You're working on brain implants, David? Oh, they're creepy. They're creepy to me. Brain implants ain't happening. No, there's scripture for that. Yeah, so good things are happening. We actually had lots of donations come in recently. I got a call from my pastor yesterday, and he said they had a significant amount of donations come in over the last couple of days, which is amazing because I've gotten recent calls. And we've got these 5,000 people who were on hotel vouchers that are coming out of FEMA. I heard that from Sean. He has the RV ministry here. Sean, oh my gosh, what's his name? He's on Instagram. So I have not verified that number, but he's a pretty trustworthy guy. He's not like one of those people out there making claims to get you to donate money and stuff. Sean, what is his name? Hendricks, I think is his name. And he was saying 5,000 people are getting off of FEMA vouchers at hotels. So it's been progressive. Like, it keeps changing. We find different situations. Just found out there was a woman sleeping at her church with her disabled daughter who's 34, and we're going to get a shed out to them so that they have somewhere stable to stay, because it's wearing on her daughter to be like bouncing all over and not have that security. There was another situation. There's a girl who is here doing work, I would say like on the, not counseling, what do you call it? Like a people's advocate, and she's just a volunteer. And she had a mom and a toddler, and the mom bought a camper for $8,000 after the storm, and it's not holding up. It's got all kinds of problems. Things aren't working. It's really hard to stay warm in a camper. So the shed ministry that gave us this bathroom shed, that came from a different ministry. And I contacted them, and they have one with a kitchen and a bath that's going to go to that mom and her toddler. So that situation just came up over the last couple of days. So it's always changing. It's not Mad Max here. So if you like hear stories that seem really extreme and they're trying to raise money, just be real careful with that. People are stable, but we're far from, like, I was on this Facebook group, I was reading, there was a guy, and he's like, they're in a tent and they need this and can anybody help? And the gentleman was legit. He was just trying to find a solution, and people started commenting on there and saying, look, we've tried to get them out of a tent, we've offered this solution, we've offered that solution. So there were people that were familiar with that story. It was over in Swannanoa. And it just sounds like there's some mental health issues there, and they are actually just not willing to accept the help that's been given. But it just reminded me, like, most people are stable. That didn't mean it's great. They're in mud. I actually, 2 of our sheds were on the river, and we've had so much rain. They were down by the water, and because the terrain has changed so much here, we're having issues with mudslides, trees coming down that weren't stable, and they said the water was a foot to going into their sheds. So someone was out there trying to dig out the riverbank and make it deeper over there. It's a creek that they were on, to make it deeper, because everything's just changed. So things that didn't flood before are flooding all the time now. Anytime there's a little bit of rain, we had a lot of rain, but it wasn't anything crazy. So there's a lot of that. But there's no like Mad Max situation. Most people have something to stay warm in, even if it's one of the really good tents that has the wood fireplace burners. So we're kind of moving into the next, like, what's next? Where are all these 5,000 people? My guess is a lot of them are also renters. That's a big problem. People who are renting don't have, if a lot of people are going to take the FEMA money because there's no land left. You can't really put anything there anymore, and that will give them some money, hopefully, to start and go find a solution. But the people that were renters are in a bad way, because there's nothing to rent around here, and it's definitely not affordable. I have the degree of Jesus Christ, David. I read the Bible, and that's all I need to know. Ain't no brain implants going anywhere near this brain. But good luck with that. Have fun. You have all the fun you want putting brain implants in people who decide they want that mark of the beast. We're gonna get these delivered. Alright guys, just thought I would take you along, show you what we do. A lot of times this is what we do. We stand here in the cold and wait for sheds to get loaded up. Usually takes, I've been here since 1, and I got here at 1:10 and it's 2:25. I would say we'll be on the road in 10 minutes. It's a 30-minute drive, and then we spend another 2 hours unloading. If we're lucky. Sometimes it's like 8 hours and things don't go well at all. We're praying today's not one of those. I think we're gonna have Ian's prepped the land really well, and he actually went ahead of us. Ian's been a godsend. He's a young man that I found on Facebook through a local group when I was in over my head, because I didn't have anyone to help me finish these sheds, and I'm not a contractor. And he's just been able to do so much for people. All right, Happy New Year's, guys. I will see you guys January 1st. Oh, wait, one more thing. Don't forget, if you are on my email, you know this. I'm doing a 12-day green smoothie cleanse. We start January 6th, and we were in that fog, that weird fog everybody's talking about, for days. It was up in West Virginia. We went up to Snowshoe. So we had that for days, and so everybody's a little bit messed up from whatever that was. So we're doing a 12-day smoothie cleanse as a group, and there's a link in my videos to my storefront if you want to participate in that. You can do just one smoothie a day. Christina here said she's going to join and do one smoothie a day to learn new habits, or you can go all in and do a full cleanse, which is what I'm doing, where I'm just eating mostly smoothies, couple of raw food snacks if needed, and some detox soup just to give my body a break and cleanse. So definitely join me on that. It's gonna be fun. It comes with a PDF, which is pretty basic, but the majority, everything we do will be in the Facebook group. And starting tomorrow will be the first day I get in the Facebook group and start teaching about detox, how to prepare smoothies, what you want to buy, all of that stuff. And we're gonna do it together. It's gonna be great. All right, I will see you guys soon.